Okay, so having seen the best formats to use for your campaigns or your Google Ads campaign, as well as the Nigerian bank cards to use for running your ads on Google, we're just going to go straight to creating our first campaign on this training. And I'm going to make it so simple so that when you are creating yours, you just use the insights you'll be getting from this class to be able to create yours. Now, let's take any of those formats that we discussed in the previous classes and go ahead to create a campaign. So I just clicked on new campaign, and let's go ahead to create one and see how it's going to look like. This is actually very simple to do if you follow the instructions in this video or the guides in this video. Remember, I discussed in our last class that I told you that these options here allows you to choose the kind of ad you want to run for your business or for your product or your services. Now we're going to choose website traffic because now we need people to visit our site. Okay, so let's go ahead and choose website traffic. Let's assume that we have a site that we need people to visit. Then under here, we are going to choose display. Now display, again, I told you in the previous class, allows you to run banner ads, display ads on different blogs that are in partnership with Google through their AdSense program. So I'm going to select that one and proceed. Now, if I want to use video, all I need to do is just click on this video ad method. Okay, assuming I have a video of my product and the rest of it all. This one allows you to advertise directly on search. I've used this one in my main account before, but it was very expensive, so I stopped it. Let me just show you briefly. It was very expensive, so I stopped it. Okay, maybe let it load, and once it loads, I'll show you. I've used it before and it was very, very expensive. I was getting $0.54 per click, so I had to stop it. Okay, and then in the other ad that I ran with that search ad, I was getting up to $1 per click. Okay, so which is expensive. It means I will have to fund the account with lots of money before I can be able to break even. Now, even though the traffic quality is nice, but it's very expensive. So now I advise you in the last class that anytime you want to run yours, you should just go with this display ad format. Is cheaper and also converts very, very well. Okay. I think network is actually delaying this. Okay. So this is my main account actually. The other account is just what I'm using for this training. Now in the last one that I ran, in the last ad that I ran, you can see here, you can see the CPC is very, very high, as in the cost per click is very, very high, $0.54 per click. So I had to stop the ad, to be able to go ahead with, to be able to minimize costs and as well as make profits. Okay, so don't go for this search ad. This is a search ad. Okay, so is very, very expensive. You can see is search ad. Look at the keywords that I'm using. So whenever people type online bank account or bank account or online current account, any of these things, or open service accounts online, it will bring them to my site. So I was using these keywords to run search ads on Google, and it was very expensive, so I have to stop it. Now you can see they are all search ads. All the ads that I use, they are all search ads. These are just things I will still show you, these analytics later on. Okay, so let's go back to creating our ad here. Okay, so having clicked on the type of ad that we want, which is this display ads, the next thing to do is to go down here and put your landing page. Your landing page is like where you want the ad to bring people to. It can be your website link, like maybe you have a post on your site and so you just copy that post, or it can also be your payment page, like you are running a product ad for your product or a product ad, and then you want people to be able to just come directly to the page and make payments for for those products, perhaps a downloadable product. Okay, so that's just your landing page. You need to put that your landing page. Now let's go over and look for a particular landing page to use from any of our sites. Let's go to Skill Academy's main site and just copy any of the pages there and put in that space there. So maybe we'll just put the home page anyway. Let's just put the home page. No need to copy any of the pages. So, but assuming you have multiple pages on your site, you just need to decide which one you are going to bring your visitors straight to. Okay, so let's say Skilla.academy. Now, if I just type in Skilla.academy, means I'm using the home page to run this ad. Skilla.academy. So it means this ad will bring people straight to Skill Academy platform. Now you need to use a website link actually that you have the admin account, so that when you are asked to link to it, you get, when you are asked to link to that your site, you'll be able to copy the codes that Google will give you here and then put it at the header section of your website. Okay, so either put something like this, or you put a site that you have admin control. Okay, so here you can just leave this as website traffic as your campaign name, or you change it to anything. Like those of you who will be having multiple ads in one account, you can just change this to maybe let's say Skilla ad. So that way you can be able to know which one is which. Okay, now I'm going to change this because I'll be asked to enter I'll be asked to link this to the site I'm advertising. So let me just choose any of these websites. Okay, I have a reason I changed it from Skilla Academy there. I changed it because I will be asked to enter the header, to enter the analytics code in the header session. So I don't want it to be a problem once we start. Okay, so let's choose a post here and just make it our landing page. All right, let's say the post we are using will be on scholarship. Let's look for a post that is talking about scholarship or anything at all. Okay, so let's say universities offering master's degree. Okay, let me copy this post link and make it our landing page. Okay, so I'm going to add it here. This is where I want people to land from this ad. Okay, and let's go on. So I've named the campaign Skilla Ads. Okay, so after naming your campaign, you mustn't name the campaign. You can just leave it as the default stuff there. But after naming it, the next thing for you to do is to come down here and click on continue. Okay, so you click on continue at this session. Now, the moment you click on continue, the page will load and ask you to fill up other details. It's loading. Our network in Nigeria is actually very bad. Okay, so now look at this. It has opened up to the next page where I have to fill in the location of this ad. Okay, that's the locations where I want to target. Okay, now in this place, you need to really be careful about the location you are choosing, because if you choose a location like locations in in the Western world, okay, it will be very, very expensive. So you need to be very strategic. You need to put a location where you are going to make profit from, or a location where your business is most likely going to get buyers or clients or customers from. Okay, so if the product you are selling, or if the website you're advertising is in a particular location, then the best thing to do is to get people from that location. You can also use territories, like for instance, Africa. Okay, you can use Africa in the location. It means that Google will then have to display these ads to many countries in Africa. Okay, so but in this case, I'm going to use Nigeria as my location for this ad. Okay, so I'm choosing Nigeria up over here, and then if you want to enter another location, just click on enter another location here. Okay, if you want it to be all countries and territories, just leave it as the first one. Okay, so but I'm going to choose Nigeria because I need this ad to be displayed to people in Nigeria. Okay, so the next thing to do is to choose the language. Now, this is not compulsory. The reason is because Nigeria by default uses English as its primary language. So you can just leave this language section to be English. Now, you can change this language to target people who speak Yoruba, people who speak Igbo, people who speak Hausa, or any other language that you want to target. But it's best to leave it in English because, of course, many of your customers are going to be people who speak English. So once you are done with that, the next thing to do is then come down here and click on next. Now, there is also an option here for more settings. This is for more targeting options, okay? But you can just go over here and click next. These other ones are negligible. You click next. So after clicking on this next, it's going to show you another option where you have to then enter your amount. Now this amount is your daily budget. It has to do with how much you want to be paying per day. For instance, you can decide to be spending $10 per day. It means that in a month you will be paying up to $300. That's 30 days, yes. You'll be paying up to $300. Now, if you choose to be running this ad with $1 per day, let's say $1 per day, it means that in a month it will cost you $30. You can also choose to be running this ad with $5 per day. Okay, so nobody determines the budget for you, but just know that regardless of the amount you put here, regardless of any amount you put in this session, the minimum amount you can fund your account with is $10. Okay, so you can choose to put your $1 here or $10 or $30. It doesn't really matter, but just make sure that when it comes to funding, you must fund your account with above or with $10 and above. Okay, so let's go over here. So after you must have set your daily budget, the next thing now is to come over here and then set your bidding. Now, here is where you need to choose the quality of traffic that you want them to deliver. Okay, so you can leave it at that high quality traffic because that's what you need. You leave it at high quality traffic and then keep going. Just click on next. Now, this is optimized targeting. It allows Google to use their own hand and determine the best places or the fastest way for you to get your clicks, the best places to put your ads in order for you to get your click. Okay, if you look at this place, it also has to do with the positioning of your ads, the positioning of your ad in order to get more clicks. Now, that positioning can be at the top of websites, at the side of websites, and also at the center, at the middle of articles, or towards the footer section of websites where they will be displaying your ad. It's just like this. Look at this. Your ad can either come up here, or it can be by the side this way. Are you seeing this? It can be by the side this way, like this one's here, or it can be below here. So you are just like giving Google the license to optimize it by themselves. okay, to position your ads by themselves in order for you to gain more clicks. Now, this section here by the side here is where you need to, it's just like when you are creating your ad on Facebook or anything. This section here is where you see how much this your ad can do with the amount you set. Remember that we added $1 there. So with $1, it means that in Nigeria here, we're going to be getting a click of 60 to 240, not more than that. Okay, 60 to 240. It may not be up to that, but that's the range of what that $1 per click can do for us. 60 to 240 per click. Okay, so once you are done with that, now this is where you need to pay attention to if you want to be checking how far the ad will be doing for you. Okay, 60 to 240 click per week, not per day. Sorry, that was an error. Per week. Now, once you are done with that, you then click on next over here. Okay, so now you take a look at the things you've done so far. Okay, we've been able to put our final URL and allow Google to choose the best things for us. But up here, we can still change this from responsive ad to any other type of ad that we want, but it's best to leave it at this responsive. Okay, so down here, you fill in your business name. Your business name will show here. Let me give you an instance. Your business name will show somewhere like this. Can you see this is the business name of this company that is running this ad about easy steps to study overseas? Look at their business name is showing, is it IDP Education Nigeria? That's the business name. Okay, so when you are running your own ad, it will show here too for people to be able to see it. Okay, so aside from that, if you check other ads, you always see their business name showing. Okay, look at this one. Though it's not that bold, but it's there. And then there are also other ones. Okay, look at this one. British Council. British Council. So this is how your ad will be showing. Okay, it will show somewhere around where your business name will just come up. Look at this one. Easy MTU, stuff like that. So that's how it works. So you go over there again and fill in your business name. Fill in your business name. Let's say my business name now is you can also use your business link here as your business name. Okay, you can use your business link as your business name. So let's say that's my business name. Now, when you are running this, you can, the ad will be showing you here. So you can be checking how it's going to look like through this sample here. You see, you can be seeing it through this place. Okay, so once you are done with the business name, the next thing to do is to add images. Now, your images, you can add as much images as you want, up to, okay, see the name that I added as my business name is now showing here. So this thing is displaying different ad formats. That's different display ad formats. The first display ad format that is showed is the one that covers the screen, and then now it's showing you another one. But each of them must come with your business name the way that you added it. So it will keep showing you different display ads. That's the benefit of running display ads, because it comes with different format. Since you make it responsive, it's going to be changing. Since you make it responsive here, it's going to be changing, the format will be changing based on the screen of the people that the ad will be displaying for. If it is small screen like this Android phone here, the ad will keep changing both at the top here, at the middle. You see, this is an ad now that fills the screen, the ad that is half of the screen and the rest. So that's the benefit of leaving your ad as a display ad. Now, the next thing to do, okay, I think I made a mistake in this. The next thing to do is to now add your images. Now, normally, Google will suggest for you images. Okay, it will suggest for you images. Look at this place. Can you see? It's bringing up images I have in my Google account. These images are actually coming from one of my blogs. Okay, so one of my blogs that is hosted with Google, that's where I have these Bible images. So it's just bringing these images. Now you can, if you have such images that you need for your ad already in your Google account, you can just go ahead to use them. But if you don't have those images, just click on the plus sign here and then add as many images as possible. Now you need to add two sets of images. The first one is the landscape images. You can add as many as you want also, but the list is at least one you can add. Now landscape images are images that come in this format, landscape position. Okay, let me see if I can get any of this ad to show you. Aha. Now look at this image. This image is in the landscape position. This one now is in the landscape position. So you can go for an image like that. Okay, you must have an image like that. The reason is because Google will be, showing your ads based on the user's screen. So when they are using a wide screen like this laptop now, or their mobile phone is on landscape position, it will show an image in this shape. Okay, and then when they are also using a system like this, or maybe just their mobile phone and in portrait mode, it will show them this image in a portrait mode or portrait display type. Okay, so you must have these two type of images, one in the landscape format, the next one in the portrait format. So you come over here and add the images. One must be landscape images, the next one will be a square images to be used in different sections. So you click on plus sign here. It will then bring you up options for you to upload your images. Just go over here, click on upload and select an image from your computer or from your Google Drive account if you already have one. You can select from your computer for those who are using or who will be using laptops or desktop computer to run their ad. But if you're using your phone, just click on the same option and then it will bring up your file manager from your phone, and you can just scroll to where you have your images and select the image you are going to use to run your ad. Now it will bring up images from my phone now, and I'm going to just select the one I'm going to use for this. I already have some images which I downloaded on this system. So let's say I'm going to use this one that has to do with studying abroad. I can also use a different one. Let's say study in the USA. Okay, so you can add as many images as you want. If you notice, the first image I added is in landscape format. That is, the image is this way, is in landscape format. I'm going to add another one, which would then be maybe square or any other format. Okay, so let's click on add more. Upload. Okay, let me look for a square image so that it can always change to that particular image. Okay, let me go with this. Okay, so these are the two image formats you must have when you are running your ad. One must be in a square format like this, and then or portrait format like this. Then the other one must be in landscape format like this one, so that when Google is pushing out your ad, your display ads out there, okay, they can change to any of the formats that they feel is best for your ad as of that particular time, based on the screen or the screen size of the user or the screen size of the people they are displaying these ads on their devices. Okay, so once we've done that, the next thing is to click on save. Now, if you want to add a logo to this, if you want to add a logo to your ad, also your logo can come just close to your business name. You can add the logo. Now, do you see our ads now are showing up in different formats, showing up over here? That's an example of how our ad will look like on blogs. Can you see that? Okay, so if you want to add, like I said, okay, this is another method. This is how our ad will look like again. If you want to add another thing here, like the logo of your business, this will show just close to your business name. You can click on it. Let's just choose anything there. I don't have a specific logo I downloaded, but I'll just click on it. I'm going to go to upload from computer, and just choose the random picture from there. Let's say okay, so we can just add anything there as our logo. Okay, so assuming I'm adding this as my logo, is going to show up just close to the business name. Or Google can then determine where they feel is best for it and put it there. Okay. Let's go up a bit. Yeah, you see, just close to where we will be having our business name. The logo can show up anywhere there. All right, so let's now go down a little bit more. So once we are done with that, the next thing to do will be to add videos. That's if we have video ads for this, but it's optional because we're not running a video ad. So let's just skip that one. And then here we will then have to set our headlines. Now your headline is your primary text, as in is the main thing that we show here. Look at it. This is the main. Look at it again. This is where you have this study and work abroad. Where is it? Study and work abroad. This is your main headline. Okay. This is your headline again. Can you see it? This is your headline. So your headline is actually the main or the first thing people see when they come in contact with your ad. The first text that people see when they come in contact with your ad is your headline. So you can choose to write anything you want there, but make it very short and straight to the point. Okay, so make it short and straight to the point. And you can add up to 3 headlines. You can add up to 3 or 5 headlines. The reason you need to have different headlines is so that Google can be able to interchange them with one another. Can be able to put this one, depending on the people's screen and what they feel is best for the user as of that moment. So automatically Google has already put study and work abroad there, but I can still delete this and put anything that I want. I can also tap on their suggestions here, and add any of these ones to make my second headline or my third headline. Then if I have anything else that I want to, I can come here and say study. As my second headline, I can say study in USA. Or even Canada, or study at your own pace, like the one they brought up. I can keep adding. Let's say the next one will be study on scholarship. Of course, you mustn't write this if you're not running this type of ad. You can just put in your products there. Maybe let's say you are running a product on, you are running an ad on your product, and that product is let's say engine oil. Why did engine oil even come to my mind? Okay, so let's say the ad, the product is clothes, or the product is any service that you offer. So just write that service up here. Write it in such a way that it will be catchy. Okay, so you can add up to 5. It's not a must that you add. 1 is okay, 2 is okay, but you can add up to 5. I've added enough. Let me leave this one now. Only 1 is required. Okay, so you can just have only 1. Now, aside from that headline, you also need the long headline. Now, the long headline is the description of your ad. That's what is the long headline. The headline is the primary text of your ad. You need to be very short and straight to the point. Now, the long headline is like a description of your ad, even though you can still add more and more. Okay, but this is like the main description of your ad. So just make it something like this: study from anywhere online, you know, just anything around this, your products, or anything around your services. Okay, then here you can then, in the description here now, is where you can add that description in detail, like an introduction or something. You can see here, top 10 universities offering master's degree in USA. Now I can as well delete the whole of this. This one came as a suggestion based on the posts that I'm using. I can delete the whole of this and add something else here too. Okay, so once I'm done with that, the next thing is to just click on this button here, which is next. Now, if you are done with your own, just go ahead and click on next here. Now, if you need to make more adjustments, you can click on these options here and make those adjustments. If you need to add more formats, you click here and go ahead and select those formats you need. Okay, so let's go on next now. Okay, so now we are done with setting up our ad. Can you see that? You don't need to change anything here. Just leave it at this optimized targeting. It means Google has, you are giving Google the permission to, you know, optimize this ad for you, displaying it in the best positions possible. Okay, the best positions that can generate clicks for you. So, and the ad is just one responsive display ad that you are running, and you've set your amount. Remember, you set $1 daily. Okay, just go over here again, take a look at everything. This is the weekly estimate of what your ad will be delivering. It's going to be delivering up to 60 to 240 clicks per week based on the amount you set, which is $1 per day. Okay, it means that with $1, you'll be getting up to 10 clicks per day. That's what it means. You'll be getting up to 10 clicks per day. That is not possible if you are using search traffic. If you're using search traffic, you can't get this. So, but with display, you'll be getting up to 10 clicks per day using this format, or anything from 5 to 10 clicks per day using this display format. Okay, so once you are done with that now, you can then go ahead to publish your campaign. Can you see the button there? You just click the button after checking and being sure that everything is okay. Now, if I click on publish button now, the next thing will be to fill my card details on this new account. Okay, this is a new account, and then once it's connected and the money is there, this campaign will start running. So if you follow this same step and then, you know, you're able to get to this place, it means you have successfully created your ad. Okay, you have successfully created your ad, and it is going to run once it is approved. It is going to run once it is approved. Now, if you notice here, it's showing an option your account cannot show ad. The reason it can't show account, it can't show ad is because I've not set up the billing on this account. But as when I'm using my main account here now, Assuming I'm using this, my main account, the one I've been using over the years, for many years now. If I just create that ad and publish, that campaign will start running. Now, the reason I use the new accounts here is to show you how it's done on a completely new account, assuming that you yourself, you are new to Google Ads. Okay, so just click on the notification here and then fill your details. So how do you do that? You click on fix it. Just click on fix it up here. Now your campaign has been created. Let's see. I just click on overview to show you your campaign that it has been created. Okay. Okay, so it takes 24 hours, a maximum of 24 hours for your campaign to be approved to run. Sometimes it takes less than that. Your campaign can be approved within just, let's say, 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours, depending on how you're able to create it. If you follow this same guide in this training, your campaign will be approved within 1 hour. I tell you the truth. 1 hour, 2 hours maximum, it will be approved. Unless for a new account, maybe it may delay for Google to check other things and be sure that you are following the advertising policies correctly. In another class, I'm going to be telling you or showing you some of these advertising policies to follow very, very carefully, so that your account will not be suspended or banned. Okay, so that campaign has been created. The next thing to do will be to fund this account, and then the campaign can start running. So if you follow up to this moment, congratulations, you have created your first campaign. Just go ahead and link your card using the steps that I provided in the last class, where I showed you Nigerian bank cards to use and how to set up your card or link your card to your Google account or Google Ads account. Okay, so can you see the name of the campaign that we created? That's Killer Ads campaign that we just created. So it's going to display right now. It's delaying due to network, but it's going to show up. Okay, so this is our campaign. It's not running now because we've not added our payments method. So once I add the payments method up here by clicking on fix it up here, the ad will just start running, but it has been created. Okay, there's a billing issue. That's because I've not added it. Okay, so if you follow this to this point, congratulations, you have created your first ad. Just go ahead, add your card details, and boom, it will start running. It will be reviewed, and under 1 hour, it will start running. Okay, I'll see you again in the next class, where we'll now take a look at the next thing you need to know while running your ads on Google.